7 minutes on the Sabbath day, just to give y'all some information and facts to look up. And I would like for you to prove me wrong, but I've studied this stuff for many years, and I don't know how you can prove me wrong with all the facts I've accumulated. But today I have these glasses on because I need to read something from a paper. I said, do I look smarter in these glasses? You tell me. But we're going to talk about Bert Ehrman, a 50-year-old man, probably older now. This is a little old article. But he was born again as a teenager, educated at evangelical citadels such as Moody Bible Institute, Wheaton College, and Ehrman's New Testament scholarship is one factor that has led him away from Christianity. As he recounts in his best-selling new book, Misquoting Jesus, the story behind who changed the Bible and why. The contradictions and inconsistencies between numerous Greek manuscripts of the New Testament simply overwhelmed Ehrman's faith. There are reasons for these mistakes, Ehrman says, which have left the existing text unstable and unreliable. For example, the early Greek manuscripts had no capitalized letters, no punctuation or even spaces between the words. Until Christianity became the official religion of the Roman Empire in the 4th century, all the scribes were educated amateurs. Along the way, some scribes made changes to conform to their theology. Among the things Ehrman claims were changed or added to the book were the Lord's Prayer, the Last Supper, and the woman caught in adultery, which he says was not part of any of the 4 Gospels as written. After 30 years of study, Ehrman is now a non-church-going agnostic, just like I told y'all in the first video that I was. Because once you read so many books and find out all this information, how things have been changed, you become agnostic. Agnostic is not atheist. Agnostic simply means that it's past our level of understanding. There is something out there, but it's not what you've been told. It's not a guy on a cloud. It's not a human. It's something way powerful that we cannot even put into our existence because it's not in our minds. We don't understand it. But Ehrman, who is chairman of the Religious Studies Department at the University of North Carolina, says his actual criticism is not the text. And the reason he lost his faith. He asked himself a timeless question. How can there be a world of such misery and suffering if there is a benevolent God in charge of it? Like they tell you, why do bad things happen to good people? How many times these bad things got to happen to people, and people don't start understanding that this loving, merciful God's not letting these things happen to y'all? How could he, if he's a loving, compassionate, merciful God? Sometime in way, way past times, everything got twisted. For all we know, the good guy could be the bad guy, and the bad guy could be the good guy, because we don't know. But look what's been going on in the world for 5,000 years. Murder, rape, pillaging, the Crusades, raping women and taking everything they own because you're doing it for God. What God would want you to do this? What God would invent a world where everybody kills each other and hates each other? Not my God. Something has been twisted. And as talking about twisted, there's many people that'll tell you this. One is a biblical scholar named Elaine Pagels, P-A-G-E-L-S. And she's going to tell you how the Jews were not responsible for the death of Jesus. But for 2,000 years, they've been pinned with the rap. Why? You explain to me why. It was a Roman crime and a Roman punishment. The cross was a Roman, crucified Roman. And yet the Jews are pinned for it. I'm not going to say that maybe a high-ranking rabbi who didn't like the power Jesus was getting didn't team up with old Pontius Pilate and do on Jesus. But the Romans were behind it. But you know, as it is today, has it been for 5,000 years, a lot of people just follow that money. They don't care what they do. That's the way it is. Money rules. The truth don't hold nothing to when it comes to money now, does it? For most people, not all. But today I'm going to talk a little bit about the Jews, who are the most discriminated race of people on earth. They've been discriminated against for 2,018 years. Still are. Because of one reason. They would not accept the divinity of Jesus. He was a prophet. They called him rabbi, but they could not accept the divinity of him. And there was no divinity of Jesus until the year 326 at the Council of Nicaea, when Constantine, the Emperor of Rome, invented the Trinity. It wasn't in existence till then. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost did not exist until the Council of Nicaea. Like I said, don't get mad. Don't get loud. Don't get an attitude. Just go get a book and read. It's all written down. Why do you think they burned down the libraries of Alexandria and all these other libraries that held all this ancient esoteric knowledge? Because esoteric knowledge is not evil unless you, with your heart, make it evil. Just like the word, this is a bad word to all of y'all, the word occult. That doesn't mean evil. Look it up in a dictionary. All it means is secret knowledge that they don't want y'all to know about. Look it up. I'll close today with this thought about the Jews. Why would they want to kill people if they believed in a lie?
We don't need